o'clock. I'm Lester.
Only on 2, a mother wants answers tonight.
It's scary, especially when when he can't come home and say, such and so did this.
She says her son with special needs came home from school with a burn mark. What the district is telling us now after we started investigating.
Governor Stitt lays out his new health plan, Sooner Care 2.0, what this could mean for Oklahomans and the costs involved.
2 Works for You starts now with breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Karen Larson.
And I'm Mike Brooks. That breaking news. An Oral Roberts University student quarantined after returning from a trip to China. ORU says the student feels fine and is showing no symptoms of coronavirus, but the school says the health department recommended they be quarantined as a precaution for 14 days. That student will spend those 2 weeks on campus.
New tonight, a Shakota mom pulled her son with special needs out of school after she says he came home with a burn mark on his arm. Our Dane Hawkins went to work in Shakota to find out how the school is looking into the incident in a story you'll see only on 2.
Alex McGreevy has to play alone at home because his mom, Karen McGreevy, says it's not safe for him at school.
It's horrifying.
She's scared because on Monday night, her and her husband found this mark on his arm after they picked him up from Marshall Elementary School.
Oh, it looks like a cigarette burn to me.
After speaking with school and district staff, then filing this police report, Karen is still desperate for answers.
You can't have 5 adults in a classroom, even though one's a teacher and 4 are aides. Still, somebody knows.
2 Works for You reached out to the Shakota School District.
If there's a remote chance that it's abuse, and or if the parent is not completely satisfied with the results of our investigation, we turned it over to DHS and law enforcement. Safety of students is the most important thing that we deal with.
Karen says that safety could be better monitored.
That's part of the problem, is that we just don't know. They need cameras.
The Shakota superintendent, Monty Madwell, agrees, but says money is the issue.
Cameras are pretty expensive. We've looked at the possibility, and I think there's a good possibility that'll happen, but it probably won't be this particular school year.
So until then, Karen says she'll keep Alex at home as she waits for answers.
Someone knows something.
Dane Hawkins, 2 Works for You.
Now, we reached out to the Shakota Police Department just moments ago, and they tell us the investigation is ongoing. Happening right now, Tulsa Public Schools are holding a meeting on the district's Indian education program. This comes after the district received backlash for making cuts to the program amid its $20 million budget deficit. You can share your thoughts about the proposed changes and how the district can improve services to Native American students. The meeting is going to be at the Wilson Teaching and Learning Center.
Tulsa police are searching for a man accused of walking away from a transitional home and kidnapping a woman. Daryl Sanders is still on the run, but police say they found the victim. Police say the victim jumped out of Sanders' vehicle and ran to the Sensei Styles barbershop looking for help. Now, if you do see Sanders, police say that you should contact them right away. A discovery in a 40-year-old cold case out of Oklahoma City. We now know the name of the woman who was known for decades as the Lime Lady. Tamara Lee Tigard lived in Las Vegas at the time, and she was enlisted in the Army. She was shot 3 times and dragged to an area near the Canadian River. Her body was found covered in a lime mixture.
They obviously thought it would help to accelerate the decomposition, but in this case it actually helped because of the moisture in the air from the river. It helped to mummify the body. So it's estimated she was there about 10 days.
Investigators are still trying to find her killer.
Happening right now, the Rogers County Sheriff's Office is partnering with local churches to teach about Oklahoma gun laws. They're out at the Inola Christian Church until 7:30. The office partnered with local pastors and officials to show church members and businesses how to apply open carry laws that went into effect just a few months ago.
As Governor Stitt unveils his plan for Medicaid in Oklahoma, a group 300,000 strong is pushing back, saying that it doesn't have the people's best interest in mind. 2 Works for You's Christy Maria breaks down both sides and why the decision will soon be yours.
But efforts to do this through amending our Constitution to force Medicaid expansion are wrong and will be ineffective and will fail to fix our problems.
Governor Kevin Stitt confident the path he's choosing with Sooner Care 2.0 is the right one for the state. Thursday, the governor announced he wants Oklahoma to be the first state in the country to transition to President Trump's Healthy Adult Opportunity. He says it would expand Medicaid while giving the state more control. As part of Sooner Care 2.0, the governor would apply for more than $1.1 billion in additional Medicaid funds, establish work requirements on those applying for Medicaid, and use the money to improve access to care in rural Oklahoma.
With flexibility, we will seek to establish moderate premiums to prepare members for the responsibility of transitioning to private health insurance coverage.
The group Yes on 802 has been advocating for a different path. They've collected more than 300,000 signatures, people saying they want to expand Medicaid coverage to an additional 5% of Oklahomans. In a statement, the group says Yes on 802 is the gold standard for expanding health care, and it guarantees that politicians and special interests can't mess with our care in the future. Instead of the state collecting money from the federal government and deciding where it goes, State Question 802 would expand Medicaid coverage for single adults who make less than $17,000 and families of 4 who make less than $35,000. Governor Stitt will have to decide whether the state question will be on the June primary ballot or the November general ballot. Chris DeMaria, 2 Works for You.
The University of Tulsa Board of Trustees has accepted their president's resignation. Officials say that Dr. Gerard Clancy is stepping down immediately due to ongoing medical issues. Provost Janet Levitt is going to serve as the interim president. The board chair says Dr. Clancy will continue his role as a faculty member in the Oxley College of Health Sciences.
Tomorrow, loved ones and friends will lay Sapulpa's mayor to rest. Reginald Green passed away Sunday from a heart condition. He was 74 years old. He suffered from congestive heart failure after surviving a massive heart attack 15 years ago. His funeral will be at 10 o'clock Friday morning at First Presbyterian Church in Sapulpa. A couple of projects forcing lanes to close near Reconciliation Way as work is done for a hotel that's moving in. The northbound lane and on-street parking will be closed Monday and Tuesday on Main Street between Archer and Reconciliation Way. Also, starting Monday, the eastbound lane and on-street parking on Reconciliation Way will be closed. This is happening between Main Street and Boston. It's going to last about 3 weeks.
Now, your 2 Works for You first forecast.
All right, those temperatures are going up from here. Our very own Mike Collier is tracking a warm-up with the temperatures near 70 for the weekend. Don't take my word for it. Take it from the expert here. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, you know what? Big time warm up is in store for the area. Believe it or not, some areas saw some light snow this morning around the Grand Lake area. Now, while some on social media are claiming that it was lake effect, unfortunately, it probably wasn't, because as we take a look at our radar replay, the winds were out of the northeast, and the snow actually fell from a northwest to southeast gradient, so that just goes against the theory of being lake effect. But this did fall earlier this morning around the Grand Lake area from southwest to northwest to southeast. Remember, the winds were going this way, so the lake effect would have to be down in this general area. More like a little upper piece of energy was moving through and was able just to squeeze out a few snowflakes this morning. But Grove, you reported them on my social media page, so I appreciate that. Right now, we're at Bartlesville 39, Tulsa at 42. We mentioned big time warm up. Yeah, 70s heading our way. More on that in less than 10 minutes.
Can't wait to hear more. Thanks, Mike. Lots of homeowners look to home warranty policies to help pay for those unexpected repairs, but thousands of customers of one warranty company say that is not what they got.
I said, look, we've called you 2 or 4 times out here, and you guys always come up with some kind of an excuse.
See what we discovered about those complaints and what you can do to help ensure that you can protect your home and your wallet when you join us tonight at 10. Now, because of today's impeachment coverage, we are having to reschedule today's episode of Days of Our Lives. You won't miss it, though. It's going to air tomorrow morning, Friday morning, from 3 to 4.
A trip to the Big Apple will take much less time, where you can hop on a direct flight and get straight to NYC.
I just want something that fits my image of Route 66.
See the Oklahoma artist who's creating pieces of one of the most historic roads in the United States.
Tulsa Public School students are getting more opportunities to become college and career ready.
McLean High School and Tulsa Tech, they're working together to create a Foundations of Manufacturing course. The district says McLean is close to several manufacturing companies, and the program will give them a grasp on the industries. The program should start this fall. Well, a little praise could go a long way in elementary school classrooms. A new study suggests praise can have a big impact on how those young students behave. The students in educational psychology says the more teachers praise students, the more the kids stayed focused on their work and lessons.
The state is using a new app to allow people to renew their car tag and order birth certificates right from their phone. Yeah, take a look. The My Oklahoma app came out this week in the App Store and that Google Play Store. It aims to consolidate and deliver several government programs to one convenient place. From OKC to NYC, a new flight was just announced to get Oklahomans to the Big Apple without any layovers. American Airlines says they will fly direct from Will Rogers World Airport to LaGuardia starting June 4th. Those flights go on sale starting Monday. Historic Route 66 visitors come from all around the country to check out authentic Americana.
Galen Culver introduces us to an artist in Chandler who made a career out of painting the Mother Road.
It's a good place to live in. It's quiet.
He's never far from the road that brought him to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Old Route 66 runs right past Jerry McClanahan's backyard in Chandler.
And if you chunked a rock, you could hit him.
His art, right from early pen and ink to the modern watercolors, stretches a long line from Chicago to L.A. and all the stops in between.
I just want something that fits my image of Route 66.
Even this little spot in Springfield, Missouri, where an African-American-owned barbecue joint once stood.
This was Graham's rib station, but every time I redraw it, it gets better and tighter.
January is kind of a quiet time for McClanahan and his wife, a Route 66 blogger in her own right.
You have to really notice things, right?
Right.
The international travelers aren't due till springtime. His gallery and gift shop are more clubhouse without the tourist traffic.
It's my man cave. For instance, the snake sign is from Apache Fort in Joseph City, Arizona.
But if you want to understand Jerry's history with America's first highway, you have to look close.
This is Rudy. He's my Route 66 character.
Some of his first professional Route 66 artwork hangs in here. The Easy Guide he wrote is on sale, as well as some of the other books he's collaborated on.
This was buried in a landfill in St. Louis, probably 1963.
Just outside sits an idling 1954 Chevy wagon.
In '59, we did our first summer vacation trip.
Back in those days, Dad did not like to stop in places like Chandler for anything but gas.
I saw all this cool stuff going by. The neon signs, the billboards, see the live snakes, see the rabbits and all this stuff, and Dad wouldn't stop.
Jerry's made a career out of stopping at every wide spot to paint or to mark another spot on his map. On the McClanahan sections of the old road, it's always summer, and there's always something worth seeing. In Chandler, Galen Culver, is this a great state or what?
All right, let's go ahead and talk about the weather. I guess the tough, cold stuff is over. It wasn't even that cold.
It wasn't that cold. But
Not
you know,
bad.
the cloudy, gloomy weather, it just doesn't make it feel right. But it will feel much better as we take a look at the next 3 days. This is your suncast because, yeah, we're tracking the sun, which is going to make a return to northeast Oklahoma. So something to look forward to. We find lower 50s for our Friday, mostly cloudy skies, and then plenty of sunshine as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures warm Saturday, 62 degrees. Sunday coming in at 70. So you see the upward trend in temperatures. And then in typical Oklahoma fashion, we get to enjoy beautiful weather and everything's going great. And then another surge of Arctic air arrives and ruins the party. And temperatures fall back down into lower 40s for Tuesday, mid 40s on Wednesday with chilly weather. And for snow lovers, unfortunately, no snow in the foreseeable future. Dry weather expected. Yeah, dry weather, something we haven't seen a lot of over the past month or so. Right now, it's 42 degrees. Winds are calm. We had a high today of about mid-40s. We start off the day in the lower 30s for morning lows. So it was a little chilly today, once again, with plenty of clouds, as we are well aware. Pick your town. Right now, Tahlequah coming in at 37, Bartlesville 39, Tulsa 42, McAllister 41, and Bristow coming in at 40 degrees. So chilly area-wide. And that's going to continue as we head into the overnight hours. As we head towards 7 a.m. here in Tulsa, we're going to be at 35. Bartlesville, 32 degrees, but you notice those clouds begin to break some, and that's going to allow some sunshine to be around for sunrise tomorrow. Of course, at 7 a.m., we'll be at full sunrise. And then by the afternoon hours, some clouds begin to roll back in. This little weak boundary moves through. Could spit out a few sprinkles tomorrow by 5 o'clock. You can see temperatures generally in the upper 40s. Bartlesville at 45 degrees by 6 o'clock as those temperatures begin to settle. I think the high will occur around 4 o'clock tomorrow. And that's going to bounce temperatures up in the lower 50s for the short term. A little raised sunshine, you're thinking, wow, this is great. And then by 5 o'clock, those clouds move back in. But those rays of sunshine we see tomorrow, just a little bit of a sneak peek of what we're about to enjoy for the whole upcoming weekend. Some exciting things heading our way. We'll walk you through that with the extended portion of this forecast. So 51 on our Friday with west winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. 30 Saturday morning, up to 62 Saturday afternoon with southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. A little breezier Sunday and then really windy Monday. Monday, we're going to be watching with the potential for slightly higher or elevated fire risk on Monday, but at least the weekend looks gorgeous. If you have any plans outdoors or going to any party Sunday, the weather's going to be great. So then the extended temperatures falling down into the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Slight chance for some sprinkles as some colder weather begins to move into the area. All right, we're going to head out to meteorologist Brandon Woolley, who's at the Tulsa Boat Sport and Travel Show. You know, we're getting that spring fever, Brandon. We want some warm weather and sunshine. What a great way to kind of experience that even further, right?
And travel across the area. We've decided to skip the RV section and come to the luxury buses. Take a look at this. This is a heated floor in this bus, and this is the kitchen area. You have a convection oven, also a microwave in one unit. There it is right there. You have the compact dishwasher, and then over here you have the refrigerator. Look at all that room in there. And then back here is the bedroom and the bathroom. Look how extensive this is. Isn't this just gorgeous? So we went from the $1.2 million yacht to the ATV, now to this luxury bus. Again, this is the show here at the Expo Square all the way through Sunday. You got to come check it out. A lot of great things to see out here. Back over to you.
Very clear on who we're going to be traveling with in the future.
This guy himself at home in there.
Yeah, he's got great taste.
He does, no doubt.
All right, we're talking, as always, Thunder basketball. Lou Dort. My goodness, this guy put on a show last night. Sports is next.
Now, Two Works for You Sports, sponsored by your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Adjust your schedule accordingly. OSU football's 2020 regular season finale against Texas today moved by the Big 12 from Saturday to Friday, November the 27th, the day after Thanksgiving. That ball game might just decide which of these teams makes the Big 12 championship game the following week. Good. And welcome into sports, everybody. In a season full of pleasant surprises so far, the latest for the Oklahoma City Thunder, undrafted rookie Lou Dort, already known as a defensive stopper. Dort was bringing the offense last night in Sacramento. How fun is that name? Career high 23 points, 5 3-pointers. OKC crowns the Kings by 20. The team has now won 6 of its last 7 games. After sitting out in the loss to Dallas, Chris Paul, remembering longtime friend Kobe Bryant and Dort.
Chris, what was it like for you to be able to get back on the court following Kobe's passing?
Probably best thing could have done, you know what I mean, is to get out there and play. Kobe wouldn't have had it any other way. I actually told Dort towards the end of the game, Kobe probably would have been proud of him because he had 23 points and no assists. You know, Kobe was all about being aggressive.
23 points, 0 assists. Kobe would be proud. The NBA announcing changes to the format of its All-Star game today. Teams will be playing for charities. Total of $500,000 on the line there. The score will reset at the start of each quarter. Winning team to be determined in the fourth quarter. Also, there will be multiple tributes to Kobe Bryant. That All-Star game, February the 16th in Chicago. Tennis, Australian Open semifinals. Roger Federer, 6 times a champion of this event, eliminated by 7-time champ Novak Djokovic early this morning. Straight sets win. Djokovic chasing his 17th Grand Slam title. Congrats to Rogers State basketball coach Justin Barkley. The Hillcats defeating Pitt State last night, and that was career win number 200 for Barkley. Celebration in the locker room there. OSU baseball picked to finish second in the Big 12's preseason poll. OU picked fourth. Texas Tech, the preseason favorite. It's your Oklahoma Ford Sports Report. We'll be right back.
All right, for all of us, thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock.
I'm Lester.